Hey, how's it going, guys? Just wanted to talk about negotiations and kind of update you on what's going on here in my search for a sub. So, I've been first off talking with a kitten, and she seems amazing. So, we're going to actually move into what's called a negotiation stage. So, a negotiation stage is where all the details are laid out so everyone's happy. So, for example, it can be as detailed as someone wants. Some are just casual, some are extremely detailed. I'm more on the very detailed side because if I'm not sure about something, I won't feel comfortable with doing it. So I like to be 100% sure and clear before I am willing to do it to the best of my abilities. For example, spankings, right? Someone can tell me they like spankings, but I want to make sure that's 100% clear that I can go as hard as leaving a bruised handprint on the ass that is left there for a week. I can go that hard. Doesn't mean that I would go that hard, right? But I will not go that hard unless I know that they're okay with doing that, right? If that makes sense. So that has to play with subspace. So the farther in subspace someone goes, the more willing they are to receive. Yeah. But basically, like, the negotiation stage is done after you guys like each other, right? You don't do negotiations first, because negotiations kind of mean that things are getting a little bit more serious. It doesn't have to be extremely serious. It can be casual stuff like negotiation stage before like a fling is fine, I guess, in BDSM, where it's kind of like the basics and you just have fun or whatever. But like something as serious as like a relationship or like a potential relationship, and I feel for me, I need the details to make sure that I am able to take care of my sub, well, in this case, my kitten. So basically, yeah, it'll lay out everything that I'm okay with doing, right, in all moods, okay? Anything from punishments to rewards to kinks to protocols during the regular relationship stuff. Like anything I can think of, it'll be on there. And that's the level of detail. Now, so I print that off, and then we're gonna sit down for an hour or two, or whatever time's needed. It could be half an hour, I don't know, right? Each person's different. And kind of discuss what is acceptable, and anything that needs clarification is going to be clarified on there. And then any corrections, it'll be put on there, like a rough copy, basically. And then, yeah, there'll be like a final copy. And then if everything's all good to go, and then we sign. Now, there's no way that anybody can like everything in a detailed contract. Like, I guess it's possible, but yeah, I guess that would be a rare circumstance, because DOMs can usually go very far depending on what their partner's comfortable with. If their partner is not comfortable with certain things, they won't go very far. But with a different partner who's comfortable with going way farther, a lot of DOMs are willing to go farther. So that's why having a negotiation saying like, this is how far I can go, how far can I go with you, right? It lays everything out. And if there's something on there that person likes, the other person likes, then they can add it on there. It goes both ways, right? But at the end of the day, a negotiation stage is necessary for BDSM. And even if it's just casual, it's necessary because it's not just like regular relationship stuff. It can be kinky. It can be like very controlling, guiding, and things like that. So to make sure that everything's comfortable, that's why I like it written out. And then after the trust level builds, certain things will open. Like I was saying about hard limits, like things that people will never want to do. So, but there's also what's called soft limits, which means like I'm not comfortable with it right now, but maybe if we've been together for 2 months, then I might be comfortable then. So, or we can test it out. I'm curious about it, but not right now. It can mean a few different things. Hard nose means never. Like if you were with a dom and they break a hard no, just fucking finger them and then like leave, because that means that they don't respect you, right? Never, a dom should never break a hard no. And a sub, like if their dom has some hard nose, a sub should never break them either. It's like a trust breaker, and because BDSM relationships, like DS relationships, are 100% based off of trust, respect, and responsibility for one another, once that trust is broken, it is over. Like I swear, I've never heard of a relationship where someone breaks a hard no and it has worked out perfectly fine, unless it was, I'm not gonna make excuses, like don't break hard no's. Do not ever fucking break hard no's, because ever, right? And now I also want to bring up another point is, at the beginning of a relationship, especially if one person is new or both people are new, the contract should be reviewed. It could be reviewed every single day. It doesn't matter. And make changes accordingly, right? There's no term, there's no exit fee, so just make changes accordingly. And after some time, you guys get to know each other and get comfortable, find out what each other likes. Then it can be like maybe once every few days, or once every few weeks, or once every few months. But it should be reviewed at least semi-often, at least a few times a year. Even the really experienced ones will sometimes have contracts laid out, and it's still reviewed every few months, because people change, just period. So something that you would like right now, maybe a year from now you might not like it, or something that you didn't even think you would like a year and a half from now, you might be curious about it, right? Who knows, right? But people change, so it's very like the contract is going to change. It doesn't mean that that's what it's going to be like forever. It's just like right now, this is how I feel, and if there's any changes that need to be done, they get done. And yeah, just kind of take it slow, one step at a time. And that's what I'm going to do with my kitten. And it can be fun. It can also be awkward. It just needs to happen though. So if you have any questions or anything, comment below, like the video, and I will keep you updated. I won't go into too much detail because that wouldn't be respectful, but I'll keep you updated on like what steps I'm taking and anything that you guys need to know to be able to be successful at this for you guys as well. Again, I'll do my style, but there's thousands of pages of books, like books with thousands of pages long, discussing all the different types and stuff. So I'm going over my style. There's no rule book. As creative as you can be is how creative it is, right? Especially for the doms. The more creative, the more fun, right? And I'm really creative, so that's why I'm a good dom. And I'm sure there's some other reasons. I like to think I am, right? So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.